Hi, John here. Today it's Saturday, the 2nd of March 2024. Just a little update of where we are sitting today as our project for hydrogen economy and also tidal turbine energy plans for the Ranfurly Bank and also Aquafarms and harbour, airport and other building projects going on at the same time. So we've got the funding ready to do this. It's been long coming from back to 2000 and 2012. And when we're supposed to have started doing this project with Japan and the Aquafarms got permits for it from the trust, the Arangaro C12 Trust. It's no longer there. We've got Tumutumuparo Government Trust running the block now because of mismanagement. And we want to take the lease over, or we are going to take the lease over because no one has refuted what the Native Magistrate Court is saying. And so we will just rule over the top of the government, and their jurisdiction is no longer acceptable to us and what we want to do with BRICS and the 45 countries out there competing with the economy and also us as an addition to 45 to make it 46 countries in BRICS. So we're going as the Maui East State AI Federal Republic Government of Aotea, New Zealand, Dutch founding country. So that's that. And we also, that's for 256 countries in the world that we are looking after as natives of their own indigenous land. And the people living on it are natives born on the land, the same as us. The same formula applies to everyone in the world under the Confederation of Chiefs 1834 flag of King William IV, jurisdiction of Admiralty, law of the sea, and law of the land. Okay, so that's the legal authority that we use from Helensville, Awaroa Native Magistrate Bank. Okay, so the Awaroa Bank started there and then moved down to the East Cape with Clendon um, using 1830 um, birth certificates for the government bonds as well as Clendon using the 20th of March to 20th of March 1834 founding of New Zealand flag at Kororareka, Russell. So we're using that authority and we're also using King George IV and Te Waikato Wharehere Manukau legacy of a contract lease agreement that's worth trillions. That's what I'm holding on to at the moment as our security of investment to the BRICS companies and countries and the Islam Development Bank to use as security to loan money to us. And we've got our own Moai pound note currency, paper money currency, and King William IV gold coins minted currency as well as the hydrogen water money currency, as well as the gold currency and money, paper money currency as well. Okay, so there we've got all those currencies going in with the BRICS, and they will trade with any country that joins them with their own currency instead of the US dollar or the British pound note, which is corrupted and fraud right from the start. Okay, so there we go. We have the money in place, we've got the economy in place, we've got the business plans in place, and now we're putting the administration together. And so far we've got three. That's Pare Rivers, myself, and Rabataka on the King's Bench Native Court, and also Gregory Cook, Lord High Admiral of the fleet, the Navy has relinquished its title to New Zealand to him. Okay, so he's got control over the Admiralty mortgage lien with the Crown Anchor flag. That's the money flag that's going right across the whole world with the top end of corporations under its skin. Okay, so he can control all of that with us, the court. Okay, so there we've got that in place. The government here has nothing, really got nothing underneath it. It hasn't got its own people in the government with any background on where they get their authority from, where they exercise their right to making money or borrowing money. We don't have to do any of what they're doing because we're got a king's flag to do what the king says and not what they say in the government of Wellington with a Japanese woman that's calling herself a Maori too, Ngāti Hine. Ngāpui has split off from the rest of Ngāpui tribes and gone it alone on their own with a fake queen with a crown on her head in place of our flag and the British flag underneath her little teeny flag at the top of the ship mast that got her ass on these lands in the first place. And now she thinks she can run the whole country. Don't be fooled by this woman and Tamaiti leading the Maoris into Satan's den. That's all I can say about that. And see what happens in the end. I can tell you down the track, 5 years later, there won't be any of them left because people would have had enough of their bullshit. Okay, so that's happening with Biden and Netanyahu's bullshit and propaganda that's killing little innocent kids in Gaza and their mothers, burying them alive and blaming Hamas. They produced, created, invented Hamas to make it look like they're shooting them out, but really they wanted the whole land for themselves, cleansed, ethnically cleansed, so that it's supposed to be gifted to the 12 tribes of Israel, can go and get stuffed because that's force. God don't give things by force. He does not force anybody to do something they don't want to do. And that's that stupid people want to call themselves God. Netanyahu and Biden. Stupid, pedophile, lopsided, psychiatric heads running the whole country and the whole world off the rails. And people getting pissed off at it. They're really, really pissed off at them and running off to Putin and safety of the BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, Africa. Now it's gotten bigger to 45 countries, plus one more, us, as 46 countries. And they'll hit 50 countries before long who've had enough of the bullshit of this Americans stealing other people's land in their backyard, and even next to Russia in their backyard, Ukraine doesn't belong to America. And it's shooting everybody up, killing them, killing all the best leaders in the world to try and get power. Well, they won't get it. That's all I'm saying. Moai is standing in London and standing in all the powerful countries watching the filth going on in politics. It's too bad. The justice system is too bad. And we're going to clean up our side and put things back where it should be, running straight. Okay, so that's working. We've got nobody commenting. Got it. New top chat. I don't know who's watching or not. Doesn't matter. I'll just carry on like I usually do, and just don't worry about it. If you can't listen and hear me, well, never mind. I'll just keep on making another video and another one. They're affidavits. What I say is the truth, and LORE, law, and you've got LAW, law of money, and corporations. And we are a corporation for the first time. The Hapu of New Zealand sub-tribes are a corporation in the system versus a corporation of the Rothschilds, the BlackRock, and Vanguard, and all those big companies like Tesla and all that have got this on their back now, the Maui Crown King William IV Trust. Okay, so that's what we've done. We've put all these plans together for the East Cape here, and I'll just show you what it looks like today. I'll just take my laptop and turn it around to show you my house. It's untidy, waiting for Pare to come and clean it up. There's the sea, and it's a beautiful day today outside. That's what it looks like. See? Blue skies. I'm going to have my breakfast. And I've got my new video, my new computer. The little one over there. There, the little one there. And all my little bits and pieces. And transferring the disk on my whole old disk into that computer there. That's how big it is. And it's got my old computer, the one that went wrong, and it's got its hard disk in there, a little one, and that's what it looks like now on the screen. There. So I'm going to go and get all my original documents out and find all the original copies for everybody to see. A lot of work went into all of that. So it's all still there, hasn't been deleted, and hopefully people are watching all right, and I can see what it looks like afterwards, and if the sound has come out or not. So I can't see any comments yet. Not that it matters, it just is a video, that's all. So we've got Gregory Cook getting signatures for the 448-page title to the country's book, and I'm going to get the whakamininga carving of the four main tribes, including Waitaha, Aotea, Waikato, Te Arawa, and Ngāpuhi tribes, and the Pākehā tribe from Britain with it too, and Mohi Manukau. A Pākehā found the carving in the Kaipara Harbour and took it to Mohi, and he cleaned it up and explained to me how that works. It's got all the whānau there, all the hapu, and the Parliament building with the atua in the middle, and Ngāpuhi, the leader of the whakamininga. So that's going to set the whakamininga off, the real one, not the one in Wellington the government has stolen for the iwi. The iwi is going to get the boot up the arse right out. They're going out, and the hapu is taking over. The hapu is now corporate in this native magistrate King's Bench Court with the title to this country, and no one has refuted the 448-page affidavit and these videos. Even on the East Cape here, they haven't refuted or come to the hui and the native court here, right here in this van, on the side of the road by the beach. Anywhere we can have a court hearing with King William IV flag and King William III of Orange, War Powers Act 1689, and the Constitution of Westminster Parliament 1689, and also King William IV Constitution Act 1835 and his Municipal Corporations Act 1835 to pick up the head lease land rents and government bonds from people's birth certificates. Okay, so we've got all that history where the birth certificates was put together on our land at East Cape and the Rangitukia Primary School Magistrate Court of Clendon and John Rogan, the judge in Awaroa Native Magistrate Court in Helensville, 20 Commercial Road, with Mohi Te Mati Manukau IV as the surveyor with his grandfather selling the Maori lands. Okay, so all of that, nobody has got that. It's only inherited by myself Mohi gave it to me, his mantle, and not his family, because it was sworn into secrecy of Freemasons. No one can take the Freemasons title from me because they don't know what to do, and it's too late to try and put your name on it because it's a private business. That's nothing to do with anybody. That's why Mohi Manukau's family doesn't know what he was up to. Only me was actually lucky enough to look right into the Freemasons stuff, and the Freemasons have a stake in what I do as their documents, the instrument, the paperwork, the certificate of title transfer from the native chiefs to the native chief, not chiefs, chief, single chief, to the British Crown and King George IV. Just one chief. That's it. No, not 500 chiefs like these stupid buggers up in Waitangi. 500 chiefs. Who would want to sign a contract with 500 people? You just need one, upset the others, and it's buggered. Not this one. Just one. That's all the British want. One. Not a whole bunch of wannabes. Like now. Like this government. Stupid. Now they're running away. They're running away to the WEF, New World Order, and squash everything they ever did because it's fraud. They're trying to get out of it, but we've caught them right in the fraud. We've caught them in the fraud, build them, strip them of everything, then boot them out. That's how you do it. Leave them there to run the government into the ground and pick them off one by one. And even the ones retired, pick them off as well. And they lose everything. All those millionaires hiding away with Eddie Mitchell, the Tainui man that stole all your legal inheritance with King George IV and Te Waikato Wharehere Manukau, he stole the millions and trillions from me and my documents. Okay, all that hard work, that little threat come along and stole it. He's going to get caught soon. The Home Guard marshals will go out and get him, or Bricks military police will go and get him and Alfred and string him up in their court. Okay, they can come in our court and lose. They can go in their court and lose any any case they try and get out of it. You won't get out of it, Eddie Mitchell. You are a thief, a crooked little bastard, and you will get caught soon. It won't go away. You can't get away with it. And your two Pākehā friends, your Freemason from here and your barrister, cheeky buggers, going to get caught. All right? You're going to get locked away for life with the Hanging Chains Act right around your neck. That's 1833, King William IV, Section 26, hanging in chains for stealing people's money and stealing my company, Ngā Atua Ewa Aote Limited, and putting it in your Mitchell family trust. Stealing bastard. Yeah, well, we've got something for you. Anybody that does that, like those people who got bunkers down Queenstown, the Home Guard, Global Security will come around, knock on your door, and ask you, where did you get that money from? And you'll have to open your mouth and say so because it's all laundered. All dirty money going through the IBC in Singapore. I haven't heard from the police there or Intel or the police in New Zealand, Hamilton, yet. They're covering your little black ass, Eddie Mitchell. You're not going to get away with it because I'm still to ring Scotland in Edinburgh to see how the bloody hell you fellas stole the money that's not yours. You know, when you steal somebody's money or property or anything, you've got to pay the price, and the price is steep. Okay? You're not going to think you can get over this lot with stealing from me as well. Okay? That's my hard work, 50 years of research, got into that, and you just come along, poof, like that, and stole it. Bloody useless prick of a brain. Right? You're going to get what you deserve. Locked for life with a rope just hanging in front of you and a drip of water. That's it for thieves who do that. Okay, so that's it. I feel good today, Pare, and Rapata. My body is recovered. I'm not suffering anymore from short breath. I slept very well. Brian fixed me up, and I'll just ring him shortly just to tell him it worked. What he did find in my stomach has gone. Okay, he fixed it up. He fixed it up. Good fella. He fixed my heart up. See, I took the medication, but it might have helped, but I think he did a better job. But the medication works as well. So I got nothing wrong with them because the doctor was good to pick the right one for me, and it works. But I don't like medication. I'd rather have natural and fix myself up. Okay, so there, one person has got there. No person has. Somebody is there anyway watching, so it must be okay. Does anybody can hear this, or am I wasting time talking? Because the last time it was quiet on Facebook. Facebook is messing around with my videos, and they messed around with my website. You can see a lot of videos missing. That was old videos. They've gone and deleted them because it offends them against their community rules. The truth is hurting their community rules, and that's old stuff. They've been there for years, since 2008. They've deleted it because it's too sensitive. They don't like the truth. And I just keep on making them, keep on spinning them out till they give up. Okay? They're going to give up because somebody or another will trap them and they can't move no more. Okay? We're getting a bit bigger and bigger, and we'll go get bigger with bricks until they decide to push. These mongrel psychopaths will push the nuclear button. You watch. They'll panic because they're trapped. They don't like losing. They're going to lose. Putin's going to boot their ass. And he's being very, very calm about things. He'd rather do trade than war. Those people have got war on their brain, and it's all over the world, even here with these iwis, got war. That's all they talk about. Rarawa Kohire talks about war. Anybody that talks about war, boot their ass out. Talk war in front of the native court, out you go. Take your war and bury it. I don't want to know about it. I just want things for kids and their future, and not pedophiles and doing stupid things with them. Bloody bastards. Yep, and killing them as well. You're complicit in killing those kids in Gaza. Rarawa, you fellas are with them. You are supporting Israel to kill indiscriminately, kill innocent people and bury them alive on their land, then build buildings on top of them. You bastards. Rara, you fellas are going to pay the price for that. Fraud and corruption of the justice system, and won't ceasefire. The world is saying ceasefire, and you bastards are not saying ceasefire. You're saying carry on. That's you. You're going to get the bill for that and boot it out. Right? All of you. Boot it out because you support Israel and the 12 tribes of Israel. Nothing. Just bullshit. Just bullshit. That's all it is. Propaganda bullshit. And the jab. You can stick the jabs up because you want to kill everybody and steal all their land, just like you're doing now. Now, that's one all land, right? You get off. That's what I'm saying. Pack your bags and fuck off and leave us alone. You take your colony head and piss off. Don't make stories about my whakapapa. Don't use one or my ancestors' names in your whakapapa because you're a white man dressed up as a wolf in sheep's clothing. Right? I can say that to you right now. If you stop over here and talk to me, I'll say the same thing right in front of you. But you go flying past and won't even come and talk to me. Nobody comes and talks to me because you don't know how to talk like this. Right? Open your fucking mouth and say something. Otherwise, it's true. Everything I say is true. And when it's true, you lose. Everything. On the land, the everything. Right? That's how the law works. If you don't refute what I'm saying in a video with your own video, with your lips moving, to say you're alive like me, then you lose everything. Yep, everything. The land, your house, the lot. Well, you can take your bloody house. Don't want it. We're going to flatten the whole place anyway. Just like Israel, flatten the whole place and see what you're going to do. Take your graves, pick them up, take them. You shifted your grave to where it is, close to mine on the hill. Now you can dig it out and take it away with you, wherever you come from. Okay? I don't know where the Kohiris come from. And Tohe Wanoa says, you come from Ngāpuhi up north. Well, you probably came down with the missionaries. That's why Mokena Kohere is Morgan family, the bank people, Morgans, right? Mix it up like porridge. You fellas mix it up, mix it up like that, then stick your name on the land and chuck ours off. Now, I'm going to chuck your name off the land and put it back how you found it when you first come here. We were already here. You can't do that to me and my family, Wano. Okay, it was here before you. How dare you come and squat on the land, then put your name on it? How dare you? Okay, so there. I'm just telling you a piece of my mind. Why? It's taken all these years since 1985 with Moi Manukau, just before the 1986 New Zealand Constitution changed our 1852 British UK Constitution for New Zealand, and you stuffed up your Constitution. Now you want to make a new one, like hell. We'll put the old one on your head and bankrupt you with the War Powers Act of King William III, Dutchman. Dutch. This is a Dutch country, not a German country, not a Chinese country, not a Japanese country, where you got a Japanese Governor General. What the fuck is going on here, people? You got that, and you got an Aborigine from Australia reading the Maoris. He's not even a fucking Maori. Yeah, he's a wannabe. Tamaichi, you should be ashamed of yourself in front of Ngāpuhi, going to their popo with their serving chiefs and claiming it for you. Bloody bastard. That's all you are, a bastard. I've been at that marae for years and watched it all these years. And to see you come and march in there with a whole lot of people behind you, a Pied Piper of hell and Satan on the other side of the bridge, and pick them all up and play acting in front of the world. Look how stupid you look. Stupid carving on your face like savages. That's what the British say. You're savages. And I don't want you standing next to me as my chief. Like hell. You can piss off back to Australia. Otherwise, I'll boot you there. Right? You're no longer required here to lead me and this country as native, indigenous surname instead of your surname from fucking hell over there. Go back there so you can beat you up for impersonation. You and Cindy Kiro, Japanese impersonators of a culture, right? Bloody bastards doing that to Ngāpuhi and doing that to me down here. How dare you? Anyway, I'm talking for myself. I'm not talking for anybody else, but just myself of what I've been deprived of my lands here and only fucking sheep and cows. The core is got sheep and cows. What the hell are you going to feed everybody with sheep and cows? Only enough for one family. What about the rest of us? Getting nothing. You fellas, all these years, you've had cows and sheep leasing the place. Fucking nothing. You've cost us $55 billion a year in revenue from this place. I'm going to show you just what idiots you are, and that's why you're getting booted out. We've had enough of you. You had the place long enough. You haven't proven anything but yourselves, right? Your self-interest is going out the window. You're not required here anymore, and you're not going to change our life. We're going to change your life with the indigenous original native. Okay? You can't talk native with your name that's not identified or investigated by the British Native Investigation of title and who you are. You are a black horse with no name. Okay? Yeah, I'll keep saying it until someone comes up and says to me, Kohiris come from here, or China, or India, or Pakistan, or somewhere else. Not here. Okay, I did my research on names and all the flicking around of names from native to Pākehā to steal the land. Well, we're going to take the whole fucking lot off you if you can't tell me where you come from. That fucking lighthouse up on the hill. that you trespassed me from the land. Now I'm going to trespass you to see which one is better. Which trespass has the power to trespass the other, right? To see how much you know about law. Right? It's in my blood with the Rogan judges and the Cosgrove lawyers. That's why I talk like this, because I got a right with my own surname and not steal somebody else's surname like you, Rarawa Kōhere, and Sirhi Kawharu, steal the Manukau's name and their titles. You are doing the same thing as Israel. You are bastards that are colonizing the country and squatting into ownership like bloody hell, not while I'm alive. You're not going to do that to me and my people. No, you can fuck off back where you come from, wherever that is. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Very rigid. Native titles are very rigid. Native law is very rigid. That's what the British say. One chief, not a fucking whole bunch of wannabes, right? Just one chief with the right history and the right title documents. Where's your documents? Is you got fish on it. They're fucking fishy stories of catching a fish in the middle of the stomach. Stupid. Fucking stupid. Where did you get your brain and your title from? Where did you get your fucking stories? You made it up in your own fucking head. Why don't you have real stories? Huh? Real ones. Say you come from Tahiti. How did you learn Maori? Where did you get that from? From England? Did you get it from England? Or did you steal it from Tahiti? And you won't talk about Tahiti because you only talk about Kōheres. Nobody else. Well, where the fucking hell does Kōhere come from? Start there. That's what I do with everybody before we take them on in a native court. Hey, we find out where they come from. Okay? And how did you get here? Did you come by boat, plane, or train? Hey? Did you fall out of the sky? Or did you leap out of the sea? Or did you come on a tin boat? Or did you come on that fucking lighthouse above the road at the sea toll block where you live? Huh? You come here somehow, and I know you're fucking Pākehā. That's ruining this whole fucking country and the world. All of you. All the same. Doing the same everywhere. And you're going to lose everything because you can't refute what I'm saying. Right? He who leaves the battlefield loses by default. You lose by default. The more I say it, the more worse it gets for you. Right? Don't be surprised if someone comes along and boots you off the land. It's your fault for not telling the truth or not telling us who you are. I can only say you're a Pākehā, Rarawa, and Ray, and hiding your identity away and try and fool everybody. Well, you ain't fucking fooling me on my own ancestral land, Wānoa. We Wānoa, Matauru Wānoa, Hoepa Wānoa, and Matauru Wānoa, and the other Wānoas. Okay? They know who they are. And you come along and stick your name to Matauru Wikiriwhi. Who the fuck's Wikiriwhi? Wycliffe. Pākehā. Sticking like glue to my name. Like fuck. Take it off and fuck off. Go and stick your name to somebody else's ass. Not mine. Right? Pitto. Okay, right. That's that. Now, today, I'm going to I've spoken to Reg Manukau, and he said, "Oh, he can't do anything with the 10-acre block in Helensville." Well, I'm sorry to say that it's too late because Eddie is not here. He's waiting for Eddie to come back, just like his father said. He's waiting for Eddie to come back. Why are you waiting for Eddie to come back? He wouldn't come back here because he's better off in China, having a better life there than all the fucking misery and fucking wrongdoing here. All right? He won't come back here because it's a ruin. It's stuffed by Pākehā. Okay? The whole place is stuffed. He can't undo it. It's too big, even though he calls himself a lawyer. It's not going to work. He's got to win the people over, and there's only 15% of the population is Maori. How the fuck they're going to take control of this country just like that with Edu, Manukau, that has nothing to do with Mohi Manukau and the Freemasons that stuck all these titles together with the certificates. No one is in real estate to do that. That's the problem that I have with Iru. He's got a lot to learn how the system works. He might be a lawyer or whatever, but I can't see him coming back here and walking straight in to take over this country. And I'm not waiting around for him either, because the New World Order is taking it over next year. And without him, they don't care. And he might as well bring BRICS in underneath them and take them out. The government here and all the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab, the German Zionist in Frankfurt, Germany, that's stolen all the wealth from the treasury in England, soil, land. They've compromised the sovereignty of the native born people of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, and stolen everything. The Germans did that. Okay, so they've got a problem there to rectify that, and that's what our business is: debt recovery. To recover the stolen gold, the stolen money, the stolen children, the stolen business, the stolen everything that Frankfurt, Germany, and Queen Elizabeth II and Charlie has stolen. All everything went haywire and fraud from Queen Victoria after they poisoned King William IV to death in 1837. That's when the fraud started to get worse, and the crown of the Queen's business went haywire and stole everything and started all the wars. Now we've got the War Powers Act on top of their head to stop the wars, and Greg Cook has already got the six-star flag to burn in hell on the steps of Parliament, and the sword of Queen Elizabeth II, Illuminati. He seized that off the Navy in Auckland, and he has it in his possession in the court here with us. Hey, okay? He said, "What shall I do with this king?" I said, "Put it away." "What shall I do with the flag?" he says. I said, "Destroy it." And he says, "Oh, burn it." That's the war flag, the 6-point star of Israel. It's going to burn in hell. And that's the end of the war. And this War Powers Act of King William IV, 8-point star of St. Patrick's Church, and the Battle of the Boyne will end their corporations around the world. One shot with that War Powers Act, 1689, King William IV, King William III of Orange Dutchman. Okay, he created the mortgage lien laws and the War Powers Act law to raise money from taxes to beat the shit out of anybody spoiling or tampering with our law. Okay, so that's that. And that's what we're doing. I've got some ships and planes and helicopters and houses and factories and high-rise buildings all on order, ready to bring on our own container ships. We're buying those as well, everything, and including the hydrogen passenger planes. We'll own all of those too once we get the tidal turbine bridge going on the Ranfurly Bank. That will produce at least 5 to 20,000 megawatts of power and more if we need it. We just add on the length on the bridge, put more turbines in and make more runway. That's 4 kilometers long, 60 meters wide, and 4 stories high, 3 to 4 stories high of buildings, and employ over 25,000 people. So that should have gone up long ago. And these bloody idiots down here got no fucking clue at Eastgate. No brain, just sheep and cow brain. That's it. P brain and P money. P as in drugs. That's all I can see. My mate Tohi Wano, my cousin I went to school, high school with in Whakatane. I look at him, I can see the drugs right through him. He's poisoned by the drugs. He's skinny, unkept, and looks like he's withering away. Not the Tohi I know. It's the drugs that he's growing in the bush on their farm, and the same with others that are doing the same thing. That's why they don't like anybody coming here and spoiling their little forest of drugs in the bush. Now they're cunning. They put a little here and a little there and a little there and there in the riverbed too. So I know, my brother told me, they're growing them in the riverbed in little clumps here and there, and the helicopters give up trying to look for it because there's too many little ones and no big ones anymore. They're cunning to grow their crops like that. Okay, so there, that's what I've got to get rid of the whole fucking lot. Anybody got a smell on them? Gone. In a native court, if you're caught with that hoosh on you, you're gone. Out you go, straight out. And if anybody brings their habits into the native court, into our project, bang, out you go. That we don't want our kids following suit. We don't want the kids following war and drugs because that's not us. We want a new generation of kids who have a future and something to look forward to and role models. We don't want any drugs or anything poison in the water, in the sky. We're going to man all the sea right out to 500 miles with jets going around every day around the country. And anybody caught sees the whole bloody lot with the court orders. Right? That's how tough this law is. If you are fucking around with it, you'll get fucking everything seized because you can't refute what I'm saying. And we've got trawlers going out. There'll be two up from north down to East Cape, and two on the East Cape, East Coast down to South Island, and two in the north part of the West Coast, and two in the South Coast of South Island. So there's 8 trawlers manning the seas under our company name, Ngā Atua Iwa Aotea Limited, and Moai Crown King William IV Trust, running that business. And that's huge with BRICS to come in and protect that business right through the Pacific and Ring of Fire. We're going to seize everything in that sea with these tidal turbines with its legs in the rock, in the sand, and claiming the whole Pacific. 60 of them supposed to go in the Pacific, and 8 in New Zealand. They only need 4 to run the whole country, right? 4 of those to run the whole country, those big turbines, right? Mass power. Okay, so that's that. And we got the fisheries, and we are regenerating the fish. That means we catch the fish and we spawn them and make the fish big and let them go in the ocean. Once they get fishling stage, we release them, catch and release, and cultivate them and release, and then we can feed ourselves first, then market the surplus off to 45 countries. And we've got one building for each government on the Marangaro G47 block of Te Pito. Te Pito is East Island Te Pito to East Cape Te Pito, New Zealand. At 6 in the morning, people come to see the rising sun, and the governments have a 220-story building each, and just 45 of them so far, going up with the biggest building company in China, putting 45 up, and the 400-story building on Cook Street going up at the same time, going up all over the place. And I told Reg Monaco that a 220-story building is going up in Helensville. He said it's too tall. I said it's none of anybody's business. We are looking at the space and the rental of the property and everything going in it. Shops, offices, kohanga reo, maraes, offices, everything in the one building. And plenty of room for apartments, and people can stay there too, right? And offices right at the top, restaurants and everything in one place on one small acre block. Okay, 10-acre block, but the 20 Commercial Road, Helensville, will have that building going up. Whether he likes it or not, it's going up because the land is no longer under Maori Land Court. It's under British Native Court that he signed the document to that. So he's getting more for his buck than what he would get in Maori. Nothing. He get nothing, just headaches. That's all they're getting, headaches. Nothing else. The Pākehā has got it over them. They can't get their land back because they sold Maori land. Everything Maori it belongs to Pākehā. They've got the patents to the word Maori. So that's how stupid the system is. To fool Maori into selling their land, and they've got nothing much left. Okay, so that's a big fat loss. And we're trying to build the Maori up to where they should be. People come here to see Maori dancing up and down and waving this powerful flag around and doing nothing with it. Somebody just cruising past and just having a little stare what I'm doing here. Oh well, that's none of their business. They'll soon see what's going to happen here when they see things flying around the place. We've got a trawler coming in here, and it should be paid for today or last night. And my mate Cheerful paid Colin for it, and it's in Mount Maunganui. He will drive it down here, and I've got to find a place to put it. I found a property in Whanurua Bay, and put a winch there and pull it straight out of the water and make a place that it can come in, and I can get the home guards to check it out when I pay for it. Okay, I'll just pay for it and give the government the bill. They owe us more than we owe them. So they can pay for Cook Street, they can pay for Rotten Point. They built the motel right on my ancestor Taha Wainua's gravesite. This is how bastard they are. The Pākehās on One Tree Hill dug up all Mohi Manukau's ancestors and put John Campbell Pākehā up there and Kupe up there to hide the real Moriori story and the Manukau, and got rid of the Manukau. And I'm there for the Manukau and the Wānua. I'm speaking up for the Wānuas and the Manukau's of what these fucking Pākehās did to our land. And I'm there, I'm going to voice it till they're gone. Right? We're going to boot them now that they've run away in Westminster and gone into EU Parliament. No more British military anymore for New Zealand. No more protection here. You've got no protection, nothing in New Zealand. All the Maoris got no protection. Bugger all. They only got a taiaha and a waka. That's it. That's it. What's it going to do with trading with other countries with a waka and a paddle and a taiaha? What's it going to trade? Where's your paperwork? Nothing. Nothing. It's not about the money. It's about intelligence. Intelligence. The less information you got, the less you got to do anything with no information. And that's what the problem is. No one's got any information. And that's how the world spins around information. AI has got more information than the government here. That's why we use AI and chuck those useless sods right out and use AI. You ask AI the question, you get it straight away. But this government here, it votes on it to the people, and the people are stupid enough to listen to them. And they could be wrong. They're always wrong anyway, and they accept wrong is right. Stupid people. Okay, so that's that. One person there. One person is watching. That's all. I don't care how many people watch. I can have a frog watching or a dog watching. It doesn't make any difference. I'm just saying something about Ngāti Kuri, about Hori Te Kuri. I did all the history on Hori Te Kuri, and his father was Ramaka. Now, if that's got anything to do with you, Tanya Ramaka, then that's a plus for you, because I've got all that history, and that's supposed to be the big chief of Ngāpuhi, Ramaka, and Hori Te Kuri. Worked in the magistrate court in Rawene. I know all about the court, how it started up, and the church up there, the Catholic Church in Pangaru, and the first Waitangi Treaty was signed up there, in what's that place again? Up there anyway. I'm just trying to think of the name. Well, that's where the Waitangi Treaty was there before it went to Titi and Waitangi Marae. It was there. And I've got all that history. I've got all the history of the Rogans. I've got all the history of the first British and the Russells family up there. and Moira Hoffman Russell, she's in Rotorua, and all her history from Hokianga, and before they shifted to Russell in the Bever Islands. I've got all that history of how the Pākehā got here and how they got the land and who from and who is on the land now. Right? I've got all that and it's in my books all the way through. Heaps of bound up books that I put together of Mohi Manukau's history that his family don't even know anything about it. They don't know because they weren't part of the Freemasons society to know how to steal land with documents, instruments of money worth value. So that's all I'm saying about Hori Tikuri. I lived with Morris Baker in Tahike, just up from the hospital there, Tahike Road to Horeke, and that was a little church, the first Ratana church. I lived in a church right where the pulpit is, and it didn't feel spooky, but it's just I could feel the building. So Ramika is buried at the back of the house, right? Ramika is buried. Hori Tikuri's father is buried at the back of that church, okay, on that block of land. And and um, Hori Tikuri, then Hori Tikuri's son, Hiramaya. See, so there, if you know anything about that Tanya, I think that's your line of the Ramika family. And I used to know Tato Ramika. He was with the Confederation of Chiefs and Moi Tamati Manukau and Hare Utatonga or Harry Williams and a few others. Graham Payne, the Pākehā, and the other fellow from Helensville, Te Aratu, was in there as well as Inua McKinnon from Waikato Heats and his son. I forget what his name is. But we were all in the Confederation, the real one. And Alfred Mitchell was a pest around and still a pest, still a fucking pest. And I want him out of the road. He's no good. You can't trust him. Don't trust that fella anymore because of what he did with his brother Eddie and stole my information that I've worked so hard with Moi Tamati Manukau and his ancestors. And these bloody Mitchells are prison convicts from New South Wales, Australia. Pinched it. They pinched it as though they own it because they said, John, you're not from Waikato and Tainui. It's ours. And the little sods are fucking thieves. I don't like thieves, and especially in Tainui, with their king is Niuean, not a fucking indigenous native of Tahiti. Right? I won't listen to anybody that's not Tahitian, like my family is Tahitian from Raiatea and Rapanui. There to Mokonui on my land block, there at the East Cape. Mokonui, face, big face, and Rapanui, big shine, sun, midday, right above there in the Milky Way, and East Cape, the New Life Energy Force, and face is there, right on my land block in our Urupa. There, big true story of Tahiti. And then this fucking idiot up the road here, go ahead, can't talk like that. They can't speak like where they come from. Where does his Maori language come out of his mouth? Where does it come from? Does it come from Hawaii, Tahiti, Samoa? Where? Where does it come from? He's like a snail and a power. Stick to anything and suck the living daylights out of it. No more. Don't you suck on me. Rarawa, you just fuck off. Leave my family alone. Don't fuck around with my Wanoa surname and my ancestors, Mataru Wanoa. Don't chuck it off. Chuck your bloody stuff in the fucking ocean where you come from. Go out there with it. Don't talk about that island because it's not yours. That's what Rapara is saying. Rapara. He knows the church story of how you white bastards come here and fucking feathered your own nest. I'm saying the truth, Rarawa. I'm telling the whole truth. My story is fucking stacks up. Your story is fucking full of bullshit. And all you Pākehā stories in your treaty claims are full of bullshit. Just like Sir Hugh Caffrey is not a fucking sir. It's fucking humbug. Okay? Humbug. Even Kingi Todor is not a Todor. He's an Edwards. See, so why does everybody change their fucking name? Why don't you talk about your name? What's wrong with your fucking heads? What's wrong with it? What did you go to school for? To learn somebody else's name? Eh? Why did you do that? What did the king say? I'll give you a Confederation flag? He didn't say I'll give you a fucking putanga flag. You did that. You did that. Your fellas did that. You changed the name, and it means nothing to the British because it don't make money. Right? It's about the money. You can't make money from something you created. It's got to come from the king and the British law. High Court rules make money, not the Supreme Court. The High Court makes the money. That's why we've got it on our court. High Court above everybody else's High Court. And try and refute that truth with your lies. Lies don't win. What? You get around the lies by making the law suit a lie. Right? That's how it is. When you look at it, the judges are fucking thieves. The lawyers are fucking thieves. They can't do what somebody that's got native title can do. Right? So there, that's that. Today, look, it's beautiful out there. I'm going to take this out there and show you. So you can see, I'll carry it out. I'll just take the power off and just carry this out. So you can see a beautiful day. That's making me feel better. I was sick yesterday, and I was sick driving the car back from Auckland, and my mates could see that. And Zapata said, oh, he'll drive. And so I had to get out from driving. So I'll go out here and show you a beautiful, clear day. Here we go. There's my power over there. There's what the day looks like. There's the sun over there. That's the way to the East Cape Lighthouse that way. And there's my untidy house and my fridge and my microwave and my air fryer down there and my gas stove upside down, my water, my bed is a mess. Just throw everything around. Wait for Pare to come and clean it up. See? So just show you the beautiful tide there. One day I'll be in there. See? And that's the way to Te Araroa. That way. And road. Look at the sky. Perfect. Beautiful place. You couldn't wish for a better place. There's a ship out there. Looks like our ship. I'm getting some big ships, big planes, big everything soon. Soon as I get the book back from Greg Cook to sign the title to this country by the chiefs who's going around the country to find them all. And I just picked 5 out of there for the taumata. And that's how it's done. And see if anybody can refute it. Okay? I got my battery to kick-start my van. Look, the jumper is going on to, we've got 3 batteries to kick it over. So I keep charging it up all the time with the generator. A little while goes and charges up while I'm on the computer. So there, that's me really having a bit of a time of my life. I just had my cup of tea down here, boiled on the electric stove. And that'll do for now. I'll get a new camper van soon and new double-decker bus. One for Gregory and his crew and one for me and my crew. So we can have a better setup. Just buy anything we want. That's when you got the title. You can do anything. Okay? No bullshit. Like this government is temporary. It can't do much because it don't have the title. And when the bank in Saudi Arabia see the title, then they'll wonder who the hell this government is fooling. Eh? You don't fool them. We won't fool them because they'll check up and find we had the title all along these years. And why this country hasn't progressed as one of the better countries in the world safest country in the world, and the one with the biggest ocean at its doorstep. Right? That's ready for the minerals in the Kummetic Trench. We have the rights to that. We have our own resource consent from BRICS and not the government here because they are inferior intelligence. No intelligence to do what the Chinese do in the ocean. They are not experienced and they are just sitting on the side besides all these superpowers that are out there controlling the world. Okay, so that's that. What else can I think of? Just a nice day, Saturday today, and I wish I had a boat, rubber boat like how I used to have, and just go out and jump in the water and go and get some seafood. I haven't seen any seafood yet, but I can wait. I can wait to the right time to jump in the water and get the trawler. It's ready now to bring down here. I want to get a property in Whanurua Bay. The three properties. There's only one for sale, but I want to take the three of them and put our base up there. And the same up north. I'll look for another property up in the pretty poor nights, somewhere up on the main line, and to go and put a base up on the poor nights as well for the people in Greg Cook up north and Ngāpuhi to set them all up and get it paid for, the whole lot, the whole the whole system of manning the seas and all its natural resources belongs to us, the hapu, the natural born natives of New Zealand. The hapu, I'll just explain what a hapu is in a native court. The normal hapus are Maori or indigenous or people that have their traditional roots in whakapapa. That means they have their family and all their siblings underneath them all the way through. And now today, in today's world, we have everybody in the country that's born here as a native hapu, the mother and the father and their siblings, children underneath them. That's one hapu, not several extended family hapus that argue amongst each other and one wins over the other. Not like that anymore. It's a single family, Japanese, Indian, Chinese, whatever, and they are all separated into single cooperative share profit owners of everything we do in the economy. That's not a one man band, no more. That's the corporate system of one man gets rich, the others are all poor. Not anymore. We bankrupt those ones and strip them of everything if they can't prove where they got their title from and where they get their authority from to govern the country or to control the resources and control our lives, which what they're doing here in Wellington under the World Economic Forum. Puppet masters. No puppets in our system is going to get away with that. Okay, so it's up to you people to make a decision to choose this side for yourselves and your freedom, or choose that side, complete control over you and forced to take the jab next year. If you don't, they will lock you up in a FEMA camp here under the United Nations Army, and then they will kill you and cut you up and sell all your parts. Okay, that's their plan. They sell you. The Jesuits, and their plan is just to do that. They own you and your body, and your birth certificate says it. And every time you sign something in the government, you give over your rights to live and your human rights, everything you give over to those thug Satanists, Zionists. Okay? So no more Zionists, no more Satan. Out with it. Boot them and shoot the hell out of them with the War Powers Act of King William III. I keep saying it over and over again. He produced the War Powers Act to raise money, like what we're doing with the Saudi Bank, to boost our security systems and our economy with Putin and his Russian BRICS countries, 45 of them, and they don't want war. they have elected to go and put a ceasefire against Israel, but Israel don't want to stop. They want to keep indiscriminate shooting and killing. That's the same as America raising the money with the War Powers Act. The thug pirates want war and blood all over the place. That's how they operate. They can't do business without doing that to people, to force them off their land, like what they're doing here with Rarawa, forcing me off my fucking land. Like hell, Rarawa. It's you or me. It's your land or mine. I'm saying mine because I speak for my own one or family. You speak for your koiris. Where the hell you gonna come here and refute what I'm saying? Because when I say things like this for all these years I've been doing this, I'm stacking them up by the truckloads so I can drop the whole fucking lot on your head. And that's what's happening today. The whole lot is dropping on their head with Netanyahu and Israel. You are with Israel. Your government here supports the genocide, and so you too are going under with them. The whole lot of you gets the 970 million trillion pound note on your fucking heads. I'll keep saying that till it happens. And your head has a trillion on it for getting in my road and tampering with my Wanoa name and my Mataru name. That's what you get for offending me. You have offended me and trespassed me off your land with your fucking Ahu Whenua Trust. Right? Your Toi Hiwi Ara Whenua Trust. To Tohipi or something. Ahu Whenua Trust. That's Ray, Kohere. You and your fucking trust is going to get chucked out with the Wanoa, my Hoani Kahaki Wanoa Whānau Trust. It's going to bury your fucking heads in the sand and gone because you can't refute what I'm saying on this video and many other videos and the documents, the Lighthouse documents that got your fucking ass on there in the first place. Get your ass off there too because Greg Cook is in charge of that lighthouse and all the lighthouses in this country and the fucking world. Rai Kohere and Rarawa Kohere. Did you know that? You don't know. That's how much limited your fucking brain is. And your information is not good enough. But you don't know all of that and the history of how British put titles together. Not with bullshit. It's fact. Where's your fact? You made it up in your fucking head. You can carry your head and fucking out of there because I've had enough of your bullshit and Ngāti Parao's bullshit. That's what Rapata Ka is saying. He should know because his family was with the bishops and the bishop and the Reverend Wanoa at the time of Rangitukia, of the titles and the birth certificates going together there. So you haven't got any of that, Rarawa and Ray. You don't have anything to produce like that. Where's your information? Fuck all, nothing, zero. How the fucking hell are you going to take out land and kick me off like that? That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Me get trespassed from my own fucking land. How dare you, Pākehās, come on that land and stick your name on it over my name? I'm saying that so that all the native people in the world can see you fucking bastards pinching fucking native land. I say that for every other Pākehā who's been ripped off the same way in the South Island on the high country. The fucking Pākehās in government here terminated their lease, 99-year lease, and gave it to the fucking other Pākehās from America, fucking bombing the whole world and hiding them and their stolen wealth here, like Eddie Mitchell stealing fucking money and buying property in Queenstown. You're going to lose the fucking lot, Eddie. I know where they are, and you will fucking lose them. The same as Bailey's Real Estate for selling Cook Street. They lose their fucking business. The whole fucking lot, because I warned them. Get in my road you'll lose everything. Right? That's what's happening here. I'm making a point here of law versus law. Where did you get your law from, Eddie? Where did you get your law from, Rarawa? Where did you get your law from, Ray? You made it in your fucking stupid heads. That's what. It's not going to work against a British law. They'll fucking sack you out if you are found to be wrong. And I'm saying you're fucking wrong with doing that to my name. Right? I'm here on a fucking battlefield. I'm on a warpath with this flag we have, the Confederation of Chiefs, King William IV flag. It's a war flag. And Rarawa wanted to get one for himself. No, it's not your flag, Rarawa. It's not your fucking flag. What are you going to do with it? After all these years you've been with the government here against it and putting the Union Jack flag up over the top of our flag. Now, all of a sudden you said to me, oh, must buy a flag. Fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. That's all I can say. Where's your fucking intelligence? What are you made of? You people didn't listen to a word I said. All these fucking years, I've been watching you people. And I've never seen you at Waitangi. And they own that flag. Not you, you fucking little bastards. You don't own it. You can't talk to it because you got your Maori from Napoli. Right? You won't say anything about it because it shame you in front of Napoli. It shame you and you professors of nothing. Fucking professors are thieves of land, and the Waitangi Tribunal are thieves. All the Maoris in there are thieves. Graham Latimer, all your people you talk about that put it all together are thieves. John Tamaria, all of you that band around Jury, Eddie Jury, all of them. Karen Fox in the Waitangi Tribunal now, she wasn't in Maryland Court for a long time, selling the fucking land to you bastards. I've seen it all. I know. That's why I put a photo in there, and your photo goes in there. It's in there now, brother. How the fuck are you going to get out of it? Are you going to take me to court? Try. Any of you idiots try and take me to court and see how far you get. Because I'm talking from the highest court in the world, the King's Bench Magistrate Court, the highest in the world that created the law that got your fucking ass on these lands in the first place. So you try and get out of that one and tell me to take your photo out. No, it stays there for life because the kids will know who fucking caused the damage. You caused the damage with Netanyahu. You're both the same. Same fucking brain. Steal, murder, genocide, and rob. Right? And take anything by force. It's not yours. You take it by force and put God and the Bible and a musket in front of everybody to try and scare the shit out of them. Not me or my. You can't scare us because the truth prevails over lies. All you lot are full of lies. And that's all I can say about that. Okay, two people like this. Oh, that's good. The more I swear, I might be popular with swearing all the time. So can't do that all the time. So anyway, that's that. And today I'll be ringing up about the boat, and so I can make arrangements to have it come down to the coast. So Colin wants to drive it, and Colin Selby, he's had that boat for 30 years, and it's good that Gregory can man the boat because he's got more boats coming, new ones, or not new, but the right price ones, and all operational. And fast boats to get out there quick. When poachers come, the fast boat will get out there quick and seize the boats. But the helicopter is a big one. I've got 8-seater one. I think it's 8 or 10-seater. It's in Sydney, Australia. I'll get that one straight away. 4 of them. Okay, I'll get 4 of them. One for each boat. Okay, well, one for it can carry all the fish off the trawler and bring it back to shore, go backwards and forwards. It will be cheaper to get one like that. We can utilize it for changing the shift of workers on the trawler, so the trawler doesn't have to come in to bring the fish. The fish can be chilled and brought back straight into the processing on shore. And a crew can go and replace the crew on the trawler, working 24 hours around the clock, and um, and and 3 days on, 3 days off, so they can go home to their homes, leased homes. You don't have to own anything. All the cars, the houses are leased and all insured. Everybody's insured. The vehicles are insured. The travel is insured. Your passport is the flag. That's it. The flag is your passport, and your mobile phone is the money, the bank, and your money goes in every week. It gets topped up. Even if you work 3 hours, you get paid for 3 hours. If you want to go to a funeral, you can just go and tell somebody that you're going. And as long as the wages and salary staff can see that you haven't clocked in on your phone, you don't get paid. Only when you clock in, you might do 12 hours and you get paid for 12 hours. If you want to do 10 hours, you get paid for 10 hours, and so forth like that. And the little babies, that means the one that's just born is on the payroll as well. But the parents look after that. That's the hapu. What I call a hapu is the whole family of mum and dad down to the baby. All of them are underneath each other. So if one dies, the other ones get their wealth. And their birth certificates, each one is worth 1 trillion Maori pound notes at 23,182 US dollars a pound weight of gold bullion. Bar worth. That's how much that's worth. That pound note is worth. And you've got the water money currency on top of that, the hydrogen, when the Tidal turbine built. That's more worth than that pound note. And then you've got the gold currency of King William IV, minted gold. That's in the 448-page title book of how wealth of each person that's in the native magistrate court as registered claimant. So if you register with Home Guard or Carly Amy, she's looking after all of that media, and um, she has a setup for public notification about children and the well keeping of children from the abuse they're getting. We're pulling the children out of that system and putting them in our system as whāngai or um, looked after people left in the middle of nowhere. So we've got a place for them, and they can join in as share profit owners of the business at the East Cape here, and the Marangaro C12 block, C11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm seizing the whole fucking lot and put it back into British native title and boot those people out because they've had long enough to do something with that land and did nothing. So it's our turn to bring it back up to speed and build the hell out of them for all the 75 metres of land lost to erosion and not caring for it at all. And the Waipu River, cleaning that up and opening it out to the sea so the fish can come up and use all that spoil to make harbour. Okay, lots of things to do to make up for the loss of 55 billion US dollars a year turnover that they've deprived me of since 1985. Mui Manukau and me in the Confederation of Chiefs. I've got the old photograph of Mohi and that na atua e wha in Helensville. The photo there I'll put up online so you can see just how old that flag jurisdiction is there. It's still there. His name is still on the property. Mohi Te Manukau is still on the title, and that's the only piece of land he got. His grandfather put his name, Pākehā name, over all Manukau lands and stole the whole fucking lot. That's a Pākehā for you, like these Koheres doing here with my land. They're not going to get away with it. And I'm going after all that Rogan land up in the Kaipara and probably give it back to the Manukau, but they don't deserve it. They haven't supported me at all. They'll run me to the ground, and the native Clavish and her Poe family and all that lot ran me to the ground with Moi Manukau. They don't deserve anything from what I'm recovering from the atrocities of this government here and the British government abandon us The Queen abandoned us, took off back into the sea, lost at sea, dead at sea, and Charlie will do the same. And William is trying to take William's title that I'm holding, King William IV title, as his surrogate, and over Prince William to try and steal the William name and his whakapapa and his jurisdiction. No, William, you bugger off, you little twip. You don't deserve nothing. You didn't earn nothing. Those kings created all the wealth and their brain. You got no brain of admiralty. Neither has Charlie fucking Poophead. He's got no admiralty brain to get his legacy from. Right? The Queen had no brain either. She just wiped it like thieves, like Eddie Mitchell. Stole everything. All you lot under Queen Victoria stole everything. That's all I can say about that. Okay, so then we're just trying to correct the history and put it back on a even keel where everybody is the same. No rich one above the other. No one telling somebody how to live their life, how to follow the law, and not anymore. Not as far as BRICS are concerned. They leave each country to their own law and their own currency, and that suits us. They'll accept what we say. If we show the title in the book, when Greg brings the book to me, he wanted an extra week. That's fine. I can wait another week. And then that book I send to the Saudi Bank as the title holder to New Zealand country, and that should do the trick of who is inherited the birth certificates, the government bonds, the land, the equity from the land lease, the lease of New Zealand country to the government to pay the royalties to the British Crown under King's Crown and to pay the lease to the Queen's Crown business, adding up to 335 years of Crown Corporation business, Westminster Parliament. So that's what we control and own now, legitimately and legally, because our partners, the Queen and the King, has deserted us. The Westminster Parliament has deserted us. They have left the battlefield and gone into the EU Parliament to make themselves bigger than the Westminster Parliament. And so, with that, they have lost the battle. He who leaves the battlefield loses by default. And so, we put the debt on their heads and mortgage lend them with our mortgage lend King William IV, 1834 flag. That's a mortgage lend crown and anchor money machine flag. Okay? It's 970 million trillion pound note debt instrument on all corporations in the world and mostly to the City of London. That's a hotel now. They changed it from the City of London Corporation to a hotel complex corporation. You see? And the Vatican City, that corporation, private, and Washington, D.C. corporate company, private, and they get the bill, the direct bill of this 970 million trillion pound note to foreclose on them and bankrupt them out of the business of money making kings. Bank of England Act 1694 and the Pound Note Act 1694, the two bar patented pound note that we have as the Moai pound note, and the Queen Victoria Trust 1844 is now the Moai Crown King William IV Trust account, taking over that account and also taking over the whole British Crown system of business and all its assets and debt recovery of Treasury. They've cleaned out when the Queen went to die in Scotland and the money went the other way with Trump to Edinburgh, Scotland. See, they're devious. Trump is in the scam with real estate. He's making money out of it and walked in front of the Queen, and she was at the back of him when Gordon Brown took over behind closed doors as a Prime Minister and took the Westminster Parliament into the EU Parliament and robbed the sovereignty of Britain. They stole the sovereignty of Britain and took it into Germany. See, it was Germany that put England together for stealing and making it a haven of a cash machine. Just like New Zealand, they use it as a cash machine, hiding their business here. The British business is hidden at Waitangi Treaty Grounds. And we're seizing all that lot. Great is going to seize the land with the order from the court. I stuck it together. 36 laws, new laws of King William 1830 to 1837, laws and acts of Westminster Parliament. Those laws still apply to us as clean hands law and no statutes added to it. And we use clean law to do them in with the Hanging and Chains Act in there and all the other acts that we're going to drop on their head from the real law. Okay, so that's what our court's doing. And I have the bloodlines in me to do that. And the authority and the right to be a king surrogate, to talk king talk and to talk law talk as well by my own family. The Rogans and the Cosgrove lawyers, the Rogan judges in Edinburgh, Scotland. Okay, so there we go. That's that. What else can I say? Oh, nobody's gone against me and saying something bad, so that must be all right. So anyway, I think I've said enough. I'll get on with my work and ring Colin to see if he's being paid for the boat. I just want to hear him say yes, and that will satisfy me that the boat has been paid since the 15th. I thought that Jeff was going to pay it right back then, but I think last night he told me he'll ring him up late last night and tell him some good news. Okay, thank you, Jeff, for doing that. And all is going good with me here. So that's all. And tide's coming right in now. It's just about right in. So I just first time I watched tide come in and go out. What else can I say? That's all. I just wish Gregory Cook and Tanya Ramika good luck to take the book around and all their travels, safe travels, and until we get a motorhome from Maui and for each of you and a double-decker bus as well that you can sleep in and do all your work and everything. And I'll make sure it's got a big tandem trailer with 6 wheels on it to put a car in there and also all your cooking gear that can be outside the bus and cook outside barbecues and things stacked in the back behind the car in the big long trailer behind the bus. So there, big double decker, and it should sleep everybody in there. And motorhomes following that, one for Gregory, one for Tanya, one um, for Donovan. He's with us as a bodyguard, and so he's got to have equally as much to look after me and the business, the money, transactions, and the flight from here anywhere in the world. We'll have 2 jets, one on either side, to fly with us, and he has to keep in touch with them to make sure we get over all the airspace and straight through. We don't have to drop down and check because they know we're carrying the flag of free passage through the world. And once they see the flag, we get a passport anywhere in the world, and it doesn't have to land to check that you have everything and your financial on your phone as well. They can see you've got money and equity, and also you've got the right of passage through the world free. So there, that's how that works. And so he's got a big job to keep ahead to make sure the way is clear for us in our travels, because I'm going to get a private jet so we can get the business done through all 256 native countries right around the world. And it's England next after us with Andy and my 2 daughters over there that don't know what's coming. They always say to me, Dad, don't do what you're doing. It's making us look bad. You're making us a bad name. And what I want to see for them is, no, I'm leaving something good when I die. I have done my part to save our country and have something worth looking forward to come back. Because when they come here and see things like how they are with cows and sheep, and that's it, nothing to come home to. That's what they said. Dad, there's nothing to come there to. Well, it's up to me to change the look of the place so that they will come back with their kids and enjoy this place instead of the fucking cows and sheep enjoying the place. Okay? So it's the nicest place on earth and right away, dead end road and fucking private. Okay? I want my kids to come here and live it up. Okay? Instead of fucking cows and sheep. I'm sick of them sitting all over the road and dodge them all the way. Otherwise, you'll hit the bloody things. Okay? So that's that. I'm having the last look at the way things are here, a snapshot of what it looks like, and a snapshot of what is going to happen for the good of everyone, not one man band anymore. So just everybody is involved. So out they go with the old, in with the new. All those shareholders on the land that's going to get booted off because they just went straight past me in their cars and never stopped to say hello. They knew I was there, but they just went straight to the goldsmith's house and left me right out. Well, let's see what they're going to do about me doing what I'm going to do to them and leave them out altogether and boot them. See what's going to happen then, what they're going to do then. Let's see what happens next. What else? That's all. Rapata will come across to see me tomorrow, so I'm in a better frame of mind now. I was sick, and ever since I've been up to Auckland with my stomach. It's good now because Brian fixed it up. He fixed it up. Very miraculous man that read it up and found what was wrong with it and fixed it. It's going good now, my stomach. I can breathe properly now. Yeah, the first time I've slept last night all the way through and got up feeling good. I'm sprung out of bed and run around and can run up the hill, no trouble. Okay, so I hope I'm going to be like that from now on. He said he killed the beast in me. And so that's the end of that little episode. And get on with the work. So there, that's for Rapta to run over things tomorrow. I'll give Colin a ring now to see the good news. He's going to say yes, he's got paid. And then I can make arrangements for the boat to come down. And I've talked to the real estate already with the house in Whanuru Bay and what they want for it and what I can offer. It's a negotiation. I'll buy it, make the government pay for it, and the same with Rotten Point as well. Strip them of that land and the buildings and put a match to the building because it's rotten anyway. I don't want it there. I'm just going to put a brand new house up, not and leave the gravesite back where it was and put the house somewhere else. Okay, in a hotel, a nice hotel there, brand new. Okay, everything brand new. So there, that's that one. And the same with Cook Street, brand new. And also up north, I'm just going to find a place where I want to get for Gregory and them. And the same plan we got at the East Cape will go all around the country and down on the West Coast, South Island, the East Coast of South Island, same thing. With the same title project there, and then goes to England, and then to Samoa, Tonga next, and then Samoa, then Hawaii, then Tahiti, all around the coast lines of the Ring of Fire area in the Pacific. 60 of these tidal turbines here, and we can make them longer. If we need more power, we just extend the turbine bridge. It's an endless bridge that can keep going in a straight line or go the other way at right angles so the plane can take off either direction and the wind is blowing in from, and we can make it like that anytime. So there, that's a best plan. We've got jet fuel, rocket fuel, and hydrogen fuel cells to turn it back to electricity. We won't have electric vehicles. They blow up because they overheat and the batteries overheat as well. and catch fire. I've seen a few of those buses, cars catching fire in the middle of nowhere because the batteries overheat and short out and next minute fire. So hydrogen is safer, there's more use for it, it has more uses, and one of the best products of hydrogen, burnt fuel, is water. So with the power projects, the big engines, hydrogen engines under the bridge, the Auckland Harbour Bridge, we got them under the sea and running the power there up onto the power lines, the main power line going across the bridge, to go up north and to go south until we replace the whole infrastructure, the power lines, and chuck them all away and put generators all the way through the country and run it on hydrogen straight to each city and direct and pull all those lines out and the windmills and throw them and melt them all down. All the power lines, melt them all up to make the steel out of them for these power projects on the sea. Okay, so there, no more power lines, waste power. That's where most of the power is lost through shorting out and transmission losses, the heating up and loss of energy and money through long distance power lines from dams and alternative generators that make power. Even the East Coast here, our power comes from diesel generators, and that's why it costs a lot of money for the power. We'll eliminate all of that with hydrogen and get the Chinese hydrogen turbines first. They're not very powerful as ours, but it'll do. We'll put those in the water for now so that we can get 2 megawatts of power from each turbine that they have straight away. We can power up the whole of the East Cape and the whole area to Gisborne with those power projects on the Raintree Bank. That's got the biggest waves there under the water, the tide, not the waves, the tide at the bottom of the ocean, over the rock bottom sea, and that's where the power is running deep and over the rock under the water, where more torque is, the torque of the tidal shift in current from normal 7 knots stalled at 1 knot speed, which is where the power is, not in little stupid windmills under the water that are less efficient. That's only 20 to 25% efficient. The turbines we've got are about 90% efficient, just about 100% efficient with the magneto-thermo-hydrodynamic incorporated into the turbine system. Okay, we've got the magnetic structure going in the turbines as well to produce extra 40% power from the megawatt. We get 0.4 of a percent extra power for free from the magnetic shift of water through a pair of magnets. Okay, so that's another one that we get as well. A lot of technology has gone into that, and no one's been able to build it yet. And it's been waiting for me to put together now that we got the money. We had no money at the time, and I started designing all of that, and now our little dream is coming true. So there, that'll do. That'll do. No more talk. Let's go and do something good. I'm going to have some eggs now for breakfast. I've had my Weet-Bix, and I'll just have eggs. I'm not eating meat. I'm going to get some oranges later, go into town, fill my petrol up, my generator. It's going very well, the generator. As you can hear, it's got 230 volts and 7 horsepower engine and 3,000 kilowatts. Plenty of power to power my um, microwave, air fryer, fridge, computers, toaster, jug, electric stove, and so forth. So there, that's a good thing that I have power. It costs a bit for the petrol, but who cares? It works. Okay, that's all for now. We'll see you later. I'll end this stream. Today is Saturday, the 2nd of March 2024, and just waiting for us talk to Colin, the owner of the trawler. And if the trawler's on the sea here, it will have the big Crown Anchor flag on it, and our Confederation of Chiefs flag, and the British flag flying on it, and that will do it. You see that? And on all our ships will be the same. We've got cruise ships coming for the dive crew. We'll have at least 50 dive crew, deep dive crew for the Kermadec Trench, and the minerals out there. You need marine license to dive beyond 80 meters. So scuba divers and going to discover what's in the Kermadec Trench is extra shrimps, minerals, and other expensive items there. They can go there on a cruise ship, and it's got everything in it to live on, and helipad. All our ships and trawlers have helipad on for the big 8-seater or 10-seater chopper to land on and to change the crew on the ship, and the ship doesn't waste diesel steaming all the way back to drop the fish. You can stay out there all the time, and we'll have a mothership out there as well for safety and enough helicopters to take everybody off. If it gets into a dangerous situation, we can fly them all off. Okay, so there, that's something well planned ahead, and the loan we're getting is 10 trillion US dollars and or BRICS dollars. BRICS dollars is 55 US dollars a BRICS dollar, and match that with ours. We've got the pound note has much more buying power. We can buy more for less. Okay, that's why we have a high currency, and we own all the stolen, missing gold, and the whole of the world and the crown business of Westminster belongs to us. That's our ownership contract partnership. That's severed by the British themselves, and not us. We haven't broken our contract yet, and the flag keeps us going. Okay, so there, that's all. We'll see you later. It's an hour 42 minutes gone past now and 11 seconds. Okay, see you later. Bye for now. Have a nice day, because I feel very good. Thank you.